So these are the supplies that you will need for this semester. I'd like for you guys to get an architectural scale, and you can actually purchase these at Staples or Amazon. And the important thing about this is that I need you to purchase things that have fractions. So, for instance, 1/4 inch, half inch, 1/8 inch. You'll find other scales that are what they call engineering scales, and they won't have the fractions. They'll have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. They'll be in round numbers. So this is what you want to get. It's called an architectural scale. And again, you can find them at Amazon or on your local Staples or Office Max, everything available online. Another thing to do is to buy a pack of 11 by 17 grid paper. So what you want is, at Staples I saw one, it was 50 sheets for $9.99. Okay, so what you want is 11 by 17 grid paper. And usually these grid papers are divided into 1/4 inch grids, but it doesn't really matter. What, you know, 1/4 or 3/16, that will be fine. Another is I like for you guys to get a drafting pencil. So any kind of mechanical pencil, but the key with this one is to make sure that you get one with this metal tip on them. You see how there's a metal tip, long metal tip? And so this is a Pentel 0.5 millimeter, and that's perfect for drafting. If you like, you could also get a couple of these ink pens. This is a 8 millimeter ink, and it's just great to draw really strong lines on any sheets of paper. So you can get a few of these ink pens if you like, but really all you need is really a drafting pencil. But if you buy a drafting pencil, it's usually these pencils are going to come with leads that are already inside, and those leads are what we call a HB lead, and it's actually really dark, and so I'd like you to get rid of them and buy also a pack of leads. That is an H. Okay, and let me pull this down for you so you guys can see it. Yeah, here you go. So pencils have different kind of hardness to them. The softer the leads, the darker the lines. Harder the lead, the kind of the lighter the lines. And I believe it's kind of HB is in the middle, and then you have 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, and up and on up. So from here it gets darker, but the problem with when it gets darker is that it smudges a lot as you're drafting. And then after the HB you get an H, 2H, 3H, 4H, and then the as you go up higher in the H value, the pencil is much lighter. Okay, by the time you get to 3H and 4H, it's just really too light. You'll be ripping your paper trying to get a dark line. So I'd really recommend you getting a pack of H pencil lead, and that should help you during your drafting process. Another thing that eventually you will need to purchase will be an X-Acto knife. So this one's a little bit more fancier, you know, soft tip, but you can just get a regular X-Acto knife for $3 to $4, and getting a pack of X-Acto knife blade will be fantastic. And we'll be using our X-Acto knife at probably about a month into our semester, so if you needed to purchase this at a later time, that would be fine. But for now, I for sure need you guys to get a pencil, a drafting pencil, and a scale. And if you can get one of these rulers, it doesn't have to be expensive, but this is just a really just a normal metal ruler. And with this, you guys will use to measure, to draw, to cut, so it's going to be very versatile. So I'd recommend you get a 12 to 15 inch metal ruler. Your total supply list will be 50 sheet of 11 by 17 grid paper, roughly $10. Architectural scale, which is this guy right here. So I'm going to write it down. Very important, guys, that you guys get architectural scale, and that will range depending on where you get it. It should be $6 to $12. And then you're going to need a mechanical pencil, 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil, and that's roughly $5. And then you're going to need an X-Acto knife, and that should be also about $5. You're going to need an H lead, and that's going to be approximately $2. And then you will need eventually down here metal ruler, preferably about 15 inches would be good. And that is roughly also $5. So this is kind of your material list here, guys. Pick that up as soon as possible, and we will see you in the next class session.